How's it going, guys? Hutman Spider here, back with a review of a factions. So I thought I'd just go over Soviet faction and touch on what I think is some of their top tier doctrines. So I'd say probably my favorite, but maybe not the best, would be the irregular doctrine. Love the heavy scout recons. Love the aircraft, and for late game situations, I don't know. With this doctrine, I kind of just, use the heavy scout recons. If you need to, you can call in the 57 millimeter. Some bombing runs if you knock tracks on a tank, and don't really use the artillery myself. Second favorite would probably be support doctrine. Probably my best use doctrine. Good infantry. Love the fact they got these recon squads as well as SMG squads. I think the Russians have such a good thing with their SMG squads they have. For doctrine, you got that political officer. You can use DP to get your officer out and get more infantry out. But depending on the situation, sometimes I go with the BT7, T50, or the officer. Second line, T34 is not a bad option, but the SU-85 is probably better buy if you're facing, tanks. And then the IS-2 is probably the best call-in from that. So I probably go officer, SU, IS-2. Lend-Lease, not the biggest fan. It's okay, but not the strongest. It's kind of cool. It's got these two Shermans and, the Churchill. The Valentine's pretty strong, but overall, not the most impressive. Never really tried the defensive doctrine with the Russians, but it does look like very cheap infantry. So that is kind of neat. Like their max squad is 275, so you can pump out a lot of infantry with this doctrine. Have to give it a go, actually. Very cheap infantry. All around, they got the T60, command car, T70 plus infantry, TV85, the artillery signaler. I don't know, if I was using this doctrine, I'd probably go T60, artillery signaler, and then the IS-2. Same thing, cheap infantry. A little more expensive than some of the Russian factions, but overall, it's pretty standard. So if I was playing Farmstead, for example, I'd probably go support. Something I like to do with the Russians is just try and get out as much infantry as you can and overwhelm your enemy early. Most factions can't really compete with the numbers. Maybe Finland could keep up. So generally, what I would like to do is first recon squad, rush them right over to that northeast. You get usually a guards rifle squad. Make sure you click in the right spots here. Get a clear path. So right there. Then what I like to do, a couple single riflemen, post them up on these walls here. So we got multiple riflemen heading over there. In a real game, this might happen a little slower. So this recon squad should get here before the enemy, unless he's rushing a recon squad in. These guys should also, in theory, beat the enemy. What I like to do is press K, separate the troops, take this guy, send him here, get your MG in position. So right there, these guys are getting on point. So what I would like to do is probably like get them over here a little bit. First couple guys. And these guys, get them there. Spread them out. You'll probably see infantry somewhere around here in this area. So what happens usually is you get into a little skirmish here. And if he's just sending single riflemen to capture this, you know, you got your SMGs, they just... PPSH just kind of mows them down, so... This squad, you'd get in here, kind of spread them out. You know. Pop some smoke. Something like that, right? Get some smoke out. Hit the deck. So you got your smoke screen up. Maybe get the lads up a little bit. You know, you got your MG up here. He's kind of supporting your push. Then generally what you do next is get a rifle squad. Now with this squad you can either send them here to help fight the whatever's going on here. If you lost the fight up here, you might want to send them to the northeast. You know, good early game control right there, just with the starting units. So first squad recon, I like to send them up here. Guards rifles or guards SMGs into the center. Then a couple solo riflemen over here. You know, and then once you finally get your rifle squad, another thing you can do instead of buying a third rifle squad is one of these. I find if early game, something you can do on this map in particular is you might catch some people off guard. I would take direct control. Keep it on the roads, keep it moving fast. What I like to do sometimes is take this car, drive it up here, boom, you turn here, and then you just start gunning. Usually there's a squad here, so you just destroyed all their cover, right? Destroy all their cover, and I don't know, I find the speed of these things, you know, it's hard to Panzerfaust them, so you might just be shooting whatever over here. By the time he's sending up a Panzerschreck, you're already coming over here, fighting, you know, creating a distraction. So armored cars can be kind of nice little distractions, but generally what I'm trying to do is, even if it dies, if it crushes this cover wall here and this one, you're gonna have a major advantage now, because your guys are in cover and they're fighting the guys up there. It used to have a stone wall, now it's just no wall. They can just take shots. Same thing over here, no wall, and they can just pump out shots, gun down whoever's coming in from, you know, this direction. So just some little things. But let me know what faction you guys want to see next. I think the Russians are just a very strong nation to use in this game, especially with you know, squad like this here. These guards, SMGs, like these kind of units, these SMG units just absolutely shred the enemy, and it's crazy what they can do when they're just sitting prone in an objective and all the, you know, you put them in, say you have them over here and you spread them out like that and put them prone. It's a nightmare to push them out. So another thing to do is, you know, I know the fog of war's off, but you want to take some riflemen, as if it's going to turn into a longer match, you know, throw them into the bush. So you got riflemen here, they're going to these outer edges. Sometimes what people do is they'll crawl a bazooka man along the edge of the map here, or a sniper or whatever. Then what ends up happening is, you know, they crawl their guy up here, here. Keep crawling them. You're dealing with the situation in the center, and you know, you end up with a sniper over here per se that sneaked all the way around while you weren't paying attention. You just got your officer sitting there, and someone's going to be doing this. So you got to make sure you're watching these flanks. You know, keep maybe put some troops in these bushes, in these kind of bushes, and just keep sight lines over here. Another common one's on the beach, and then through here, and then they'll be going for your officer. But just some simple things to keep in mind. But anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know what faction you guys would like to see next, and like and subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment. Thanks, guys.